Okay. Oh, hey, Claudia, how you doing? Nice to see you too. How you been? Good evening, Barb. How you doing? Hope you guys had a good day today. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's good. Okay, Barb. Good luck with the dishes. I don't have much dishes to wash today. I'm good. I ate takeout twice today, which I shouldn't have, but oh well. Sometimes it's like that. Hey, you. It's me, Antigone, antagonizing. How you doing, Antigone? You good? Well, I'm glad it worked out for you, Claudia. I'm glad that your rash is going away. That's good. Well, the good thing is the doctor gave you the right stuff, so that's good. I guess they weren't a fraud after all. Yeah. Off at night. Got an itch on my damn shoulder all of a sudden. Damn. Oh man. Yeah. 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 Like I think, I feel like we get those things from like, our clothes or us touching something and then touching ourselves, things like that. You never really know where it comes from unless, you're like handcuffed all day. Yeah. It's just at the end of the day, as long as it didn't spread all through your body and, make you sick, that's the main thing. Because like, what is it called? Eczema or something like that. Like that stuff I used to get when I used to eat fruit, right? Yeah, if it was itchy, then that's what it could be. Like, yeah, if it didn't spread, then that's good. But if it was itchy, it could be eczema. But we get it sometimes from the climate or like or if you eat fruit, that's what it happened. Because with me, when I stopped eating fruit because every time I used to love eating fruit all the time. Wish I could still eat fruit, but I'd have to like find out which fruit is affecting me and which not, which I don't feel like doing. So every day I used to eat this mixed fruit bowl of fruit. It had like grapes, it had green grapes, red grapes, pineapple, orange, and then it had sometimes it had kiwi in there or and melon. So I used to eat all of it together. And I used to get a red rash all over my eyebrows and all down my nose like that and my face. It used to be red. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, how the hell do I have this rash here? I've never had a rash on my face ever. Like, so then I said, well, maybe it's eczema or whatever. So I put it on my, I put this, like this lotion on my face and then it would go away, but it would still be there. I would go live and see my face and be like, fuck, it's definitely red. Like, but it doesn't itch me. It doesn't itch like, but it's I can see it on my face. And then I'm like, well, it can't be eczema because eczema is itchy. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? So then I started like eliminating what I eat one by one. And then I said, you know what? It's probably the acid from the fruit. Maybe like my face is reacting to that. And I'm like, but I've been eating fruit all this time. This don't make no sense. So then I stopped eating fruit for like 3 days and then the rash went away. And then I ate fruit again and the rash came back. So now I can't eat certain fruits because it makes my face break out in a rash. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like how the hell did that how did that just automatically happen like overnight? You know what I mean? So it's weird. It could be like the fruit, could be food allergy. It could have like something you ate, something you ate that made that rash come about. That's what it could be. Hey Sophie, what's up, Dan? Okay, Antigone. So yeah, it could be like a food it's something you ate maybe. Maybe it's something that like you haven't eaten in a while that you ate that day and then the rash just stayed there because a rash will stay like for a couple days, you know. So it's a pain in the ass. It's like your body's gonna as you get older, you're gonna get those reactions here and there. So that's the annoying thing because I used to eat fruit all the time, and all of a sudden I can't eat it now because I can eat it, but my face is gonna be red, and I don't want that. It looks like something's wrong with me. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna miss fruit like that. I really don't care. But I'll drink like fruit punch, and I won't get no reaction. But if I actually eat fruit, I get a reaction. So, and that's it. Then I started eating just grapes, and I ate just grapes, and I still had the reaction. So I guess it's just like a fruit thing. So whatever. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna eat no damn fruit. And my dad, he has the same problem. If he eats fruit, he doesn't get a reaction, but he gets like his body reacts, and he gets like an upset stomach for like 2 days. So he says, yeah, you're probably like me. You just can't eat fruit. And I'm like, yeah, great. Like I love eating fruit. That was like my thing. I used to love eating fruit every day. I used to go down the hill and go to the store. It had like mixed fruit little things, and I used to get them. And now I can't even eat them. So it's all good. Like I don't really care like that. But it still annoys me that if I eat it, I'm gonna get a reaction. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do it no more. Oh well, it's life. Yeah. So my dad has it, but you finished dinner and took out the recycling. Good man, Dan. What did you have for dinner? I had chicken fried rice. My sister treated me because she came back from away today. That's why they call me Dr. Markey. Yeah. Okay, M has been angry and pretty silent, but he is slowly talking to me. He's wishy washy. Will he ever return to his normal self? You mean, will he ever return to his normal self with you or like overall? Because with you, he ain't worried about your ass. He ain't worried about you. He be like, dang, I'm gonna be rude to this damn woman. She's rude anyway. He don't want nothing to do with your ass. He be like, thank God I ain't talking to that woman. I see a shut up coming. You made tuna casserole. Oh, nice. That's one of my favorites. I knew it was coming. Hey Starlight, how you doing? Yeah, I love tuna casserole. I can't put in the cream of mushroom because my nephews would be like, ooh, what is this? Well, my sister and I we love cream of mushroom, but unfortunately there's dweebs, they don't like it. They don't know what they're missing. All right, so Antigone, I would say that I see him like being on and off. I don't see him completely being back to normal, but I do see him like in the next few months. I see him being a little better, but he's like he wants to be on like a vacation, or he wants like some type of he wants to enjoy himself, but he can't for some reason. And he also he has, if this guy has money, he might be he might have money and he might have everything he wants, but he's still not happy. And the reason he's not happy is because people might use him for that, or people might just want him just because of that, or he's used corruption in a money type way, you know. Um, but it looks like he's trying to mend things with friends and family and people, but he with him he just doesn't seem like he's certain enough. Because he feels like he's lost a lot. He feels very weak, and if somebody died in his family, right, then that could be like a big part of him being the way he is. Like when people die that are close to you, you know, some people take it out on God and take it out on life, and if that's the case, then I would say that that's something that bothers him too. So, you know, that's the thing. He's very uncertain about what his next move is, his next feelings are. So he's going to be off and on. There's going to be times where he's going to be okay, and there's going to be some times where he's not. But I don't really see too much anger here. I just see like frustration and like wondering why things have happened the way they happened to him. Like, you know, so if he's lost somebody close to him in the last year or so, I would say that's pretty much bothering him, because I get like a death of the family or a death of a close person to him. So that's probably bothering him because that person is no longer around, you know? So that's probably why he's the way he is, because he he may be being used by people for money, or because he has that, or he wants to like do certain things, but he's not happy because of others that are holding him back, you know. So that could be it too. Hey Lucky, how you doing? Well, there you go, because I said just now that maybe somebody has corrupted he's corrupted money from somebody, or somebody has corruption corruption to do with money. Because I got the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and that means that money is like, something that has been a part of his life, whether it's good or, well, if it's reversed, obviously it's bad. So now that makes sense. If he's stolen money, then there you go. You know, that's pretty much what I get with him. That's the negative part of him, is the money, greed, being greedy, wasting money, like having money and not being happy, or not having money and being, like, not happy, either way. But it also seems that, people, maybe he's lost a lot of friends because of it, and that's probably why he's angry. Or, like I said, it could be like a death, that of somebody close to him. So if it isn't a death, it must be because he stole money and people know he's like that, they don't associate it with him no more. So that makes kind of sense. But like I said, he's off and on. Like, he might be cool one day and bad the next. So he's got an off and on energy. So if he's like on a holiday, or he's like off of work or something like that, he'll be like more calm. And other days he'll be like, oh cool, how you doing, whatever. And then the next day is fuck you. So yeah, that isn't gonna change. I still see him being on and off. So sounds like he's still got problems. I'm just reading the chat. Give me a sec. Yeah. Yeah, my dad swallows like four, or no, 6 pills a day. I think it's like four in the morning, and two later on for like lunch or dinner or whatever it is. So I think it's six altogether. I know warfarin is one of them. He hates it. You welcome, Antigone. I don't see much change in that guy. Lucky, you said, remember my last message? Told you. I don't know. I can't remember. You give me too much damn messages, and then I just forget. Yeah, blood thinner. Yeah, that's what he's got. He's got warfarin pills and all this bullshit. He's got like all these. He's got gout pills too for gout. You know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Well, I don't care if what goes on with that situation. You know me. I'm the type of person is, you know, I only care about people that are in here. But that's good. Yeah, my dad gets gout when he eats certain foods. Not all the time, but he does get gout. Pretty much like, every now and then. Yeah, well, people that are like that usually, you know, get dehydrated. Full moon tomorrow night. Yeah, full moon in Aquarius. So be aware. Full moon in Aquarius tomorrow. So you already know what time it is. Fuck around and find out. Just finished pouring here earlier. They said we're supposed to have thunderstorms tonight. I hope not, because I want to get some damn sleep. Medical stuff is, Some of it's hereditary, some of it's, poor eating and taking not taking care of yourself. A lot of it's like self-inflicted, and then some of it's just the way it is. It happens, and you have to deal with it. And that's why I tell everybody, you know, whatever happens, just remember it could be worse, and try to take care of yourself as much as you can. I'm very grateful that, you know, I don't have any issues like that. And I hope everybody, gets rid of their sicknesses, and I hope everybody outlives their sicknesses and gets rid of it. And I hope people don't get sick, you know. Unfortunately, people want bad people to get sick and die and have bad things happen to them, but as you wish that on them, it gets deflected. So don't wish them. Actually, wish them a good health, and then it'll be the reverse. But karma's inevitable. Like I said in my previous live, the only thing guaranteed in life is death. Yeah, that's the best cure, Dan. Natural cures are the best, you know, but that's it. Yeah, a lot of people like. I was teasing my sister last night because she said that um, her ex in laws are going away this week coming, and she hopes that they have a shitty trip, and their flights get canceled. And later on that night, her flight got canceled, and I said, "See, stop wishing shit on people because it's gonna come on you." And then she's like, "Shut up! I hate you. Every time you say that it happens, it's your fault." I'm like, "No, no, that's you. I told you already. Leave those people alone. Don't wish nothing on them. With their karma is not having you in their life. That's how you gotta look at it." My sister's ignorant. She wants to keep wishing shit on them. I said, "Stop wishing shit on those people. It's gonna come back and hit you in the ass. I told you already. Stop that shit." But she don't listen. Then her flight got canceled. I said, "See, there you go. That's what you get." Mhm. Well, if he calls you or texts you and says thanks Antigone for my present, then you know that it helped him and cheered him up. But if he don't call you, it's gonna be like, I don't want that shit. You probably sent him a $10 gift card for a $2 store. Yeah, I don't really wish bad shit on people. Sometimes I do if I'm really really pissed off, and then I'll be like, yeah, whatever. But if I wish bad shit on people, it usually happens. So I don't want to do that. My words can become reality sometimes, so I have to watch what I say. Dan, your birthday is coming up, isn't it? You never sent less than $100. You must got it like that. Damn. Don't forget my birthday. Dan's going 16. Yeah, sweet 16 all over again. My nephew goes 16 on the 23rd. So his birthday is coming up 2 more weeks. Yeah, yeah. As we get older, our health does deteriorate to a certain point, and or it's reversed. You have a shitty health when you're young, and then you end up getting better as you get older. Um, but you know, it's life. The thing is we're all deteriorating every day that goes by. Our bodies ain't gonna be around, you know, forever. And I was telling my auntie today that I'm 48 and I feel like I don't want to work hard ever again because every time I do, my body's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I've put that out into the universe, and I put that out to God and to spirit, and I thought that I wasn't gonna be lucky enough to not do that, and he's God's changed my life to a point where I only work hard every now and then, and I don't have to work as hard as I used to, you know. So it's like she doesn't know nothing about Jesus. So anyway, that's the thing. People get older. Some people get smarter. Some people get even dumber. Some people get old timers diseases and all sorts of shit starts happening to them. But diseases and health has no age, you know. And that's the thing, people people are going to be in those predicaments as they get older. Their health is going to get compromised. But one thing that I pray for every day is health. I ask if I have a problem, you know, if I have a problem, I always ask God and spirit to like, be my doctor and, make sure they can do things on me. Antigone's talking from past life experience. And she was one of the women that were in the circle when Jesus said, if you whoever has not sinned throw the first stone. And she got away. That was her past. She was one of those people in the past life. That's how she knows. But I've definitely, beat up my body in the past 5 years a lot. So, and I'm paying for it now because I always felt like I got away with not getting hurt and, working and having pain and then going back, back and forth and being like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'll take a few Tylenols. I'll be good. I'll be good. Then I'll go work and I'm like, holy shit. Like, for instance, it was so hot yesterday that when I went to cut my mom and dad's grass, I literally had to take at least within 2 hours I was there. I took at least 5 water breaks because I couldn't handle it that much. It's not like I used to do. I used to like go out there and cut the grass in whatever heat. I didn't give a shit. But as you get older, you're definitely feeling your blues. So, I mean, it's not like I'm an old fart, but I've worked hard my whole life. I never had no bullshit jobs. That's for sure. I'm always worked hard, but that was my choice. But my choice was to never have my body messed up. Yeah. But when you reach the age of 40, your whole body says, "Okay, bro, now you've reached your half your lifetime, average half a lifetime." Because people do reach 80 a lot, you know, and there's a lot of 80-year-olds out there. So when you reach 40, you're pretty much you're halfway through your life. That's how I look at it. Yeah, exactly, Claudia. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the issues I've had a lot from working hard is back and legs. My back is always, pretty much in pain. And from my back down to my like knees, it's like always in pain no matter what I do. So my upper body's fine. My arms, my shoulders, I'm pretty good there. I'm good with my arms don't really like suffer a lot. It's my lower body that has been through the ringer. That's for sure. From lifting things and doing hard work, going up and down ladders. It's a pain in the ass, but um, I have this past year. I would say I would say all of this year and maybe half of last year. I've barely worked really, really, really hard. Where I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like I refuse to do hard labor now because I know my body can't take much more of it. But I did it to myself. I have myself to blame because I thought that I was going to be Superman forever. So now I do less. I still make money when I have to make money. I still do what I have to do. The bills are paid. That's all that matters. And I got to do what I got to do. I work on here every day, and I work on with my businessmen. I get work, and that's it. Between both, everything gets paid for and some, so I'm good. And that's the life God's put me in. I'm not gonna fight it because it's working. And I wouldn't have thought in a million years that I was gonna like not have to work hard anymore. I said to myself, this can't be true. Like I always work hard. What the hell, you know? I think that was the water bottle that made that noise. You know how you drink a water bottle and it makes like the plastic cracking noise. There's a water bottle right there. It looks like it made the cracking noise. I was like, what the hell was that? Yeah, Barbie. It's life, Everybody who works like I look at my dad. My dad's going 82 next month. And he worked right up until he was 75, I think, or whatever it was. And he he's he used to work in a quarry cutting stone on these banks and like these big wooden like stone banks and shit. He used to cut stone and make slate for our roofs and shit. And he did construction for 30 years. And then and he would still clean offices at night, and he would do he had three jobs, and he was a bartender at the Portuguese soccer club, and he did that twice a month. And then he would clean offices with me, my little sister, and my mom, and sometimes my older brother will come and help. Like my dad, he bust his ass his whole life, and now he's walking around with a cane, and he's all fucked up. He can't do anything. When I cut the grass yesterday, He actually says thank you now, because before he didn't, right? And then he saw me all soaked, from sweat head to toe, grass all over me, and he said, "Oh, thanks for doing the grass." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're welcome, man. Don't worry about it. Cool." You know. So I get on there and make sure everything's okay and make sure they're all right. But he says that he wish he could still do it, but he can't. And his fingers got arthritis and it's all deformed. He's all messed up. But hey, you know what? He could still drive. He could still eat and drink and use the bathroom. He walks around with his cane. His legs are not as swollen as they used to be. He doesn't really get gout that much. And I kind of told him that he got healed by that priest, but he doesn't really want to believe it. He thinks it's because he prays every day and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, if you pray every day, right? Don't you think a priest has special? Some priests have special powers to heal you. And he goes, I don't know, I don't know. And I'm like, my mom goes, oh, I believe it, I believe it. Because when he was in the hospital for like a week. And like the fifth day he was there, the priest from our local church was just a Filipino guy. He's a new guy. I've never met him before. I met him the day he came to the hospital. And he's about maybe, I don't know, 40 something, maybe. He's younger than me though. He's probably like 40 years old, maybe, if that. And he went to the hospital. He spoke to all of us. He blessed us all, and he blessed like the hospital and everywhere we were and everything. He splashed holy water all over the place. He did his little prayer, and then he put both of his hands on my dad's knees, right, for like 5 minutes, and my dad was just looking at him like, "What the hell?" And right then and there, I knew that priest was doing something to heal him, right? Because he likes my mom and dad, and a natural healer is gonna do that. So, and he said that because he took my dad told him, "I wish I can go to church, but I can't." He goes, "That's all right. You're gonna go to church soon. Don't worry." And when my dad left that hospital, he was still in pretty bad shape, but they said they couldn't do nothing else for him. Within 1 week, all the swelling went away, and he ain't had no swollen feet or legs ever since. And that was back in April that priest touched him. And I told my dad, right? I said, that priest healed you that day, but you don't believe it. And you don't even know. You don't even remember. You probably don't even care that that guy did that to you. But don't think because you go to church that you're going to heal. It don't work that way. And he's like, oh, you can't tell me. I've been going to church all this time. And I was like, you know what, Dad? Whatever, man. And my mom just said, oh, don't worry about it. You know how he is. Because my dad doesn't believe that people have superpowers and people have the ability to heal people or to help people. But some people can touch you and heal you, and some people can actually think about you and send it to you. Because that's how the power of intention is beyond a person's belief. But believe me, it does work, and I know it does. But the thing is like anybody can have the power to do things, but you have to have the power of belief. Belief is the most powerful thing. So, like I told my dad, I said, you're much better now than you've ever been, and it's because of that priest touch you that day. I'm telling you. 'Cause what the hell have you been doing different? Absolutely nothing. But that day, man. But I say, well, whatever. But I thanked the priest a lot, and because I knew what he did, and I told him I want to thank you very much for what you've done today. It's like not too many priests will have the don't care about somebody like that. So I told him, I said, I appreciate what you did for my dad and whatever, blah blah blah. Because I knew deep down inside. But a lot of people don't really believe that shit. They don't believe a person has that power, but they do. Yeah, Hey, Lisa. No, I left already and I came back. But yeah, um, uh, uh, some priests don't have any power at all. They just have power to talk. Because I know a lot. I've been in the Catholic religion all my life, and I used to be an altar boy for 8 years. And I out of those 8 years, I probably dealt with 8 different priests, and a bishop. And there was always priests there, but none of them really showed a healing energy or a healing power. They were just more of like, some of them were bullshitters where they just talk, 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 and then you just say, okay, yeah, this priest knows what he's talking about, whatever. And then you had some that actually cared, and then you had some who like were like, the hell with you, like. And then when I was in school, I went to a Catholic private school, and our principals and some of our teachers were nuns. But all of those nuns were the same way. They were all selfish. They were all against men, but yet you worship Jesus. That don't make no sense. But anyway, long story short, all because you are a part of a church or you're a priest or a nun doesn't make you better than anybody else. Because a person that just stays home and prays and believes and worships God has more power than any priest or any nun or anybody who goes church every damn day. A person that don't even go church can have power like that. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people put that bullshit narrative in your mind. Oh, you have to do this. You have to go to church in order to have power. No, you don't. You're born with it. And if you ain't born with it, then you develop it because you don't realize you have it. And then when you realize you have it, you say, hey, I probably had this shit all this time, but now I can actually, do something with it. Yeah, exactly. See? But and that's the thing, Star. Like all it takes is like a little belief, you know, and then when God's gonna put something in your face, like He's gonna say, okay, well, you don't believe in me, but guess what? I'm gonna make you a believer because I want you to, and then He'll do something, and be like, oh shit, yeah, God heard me. But then He doesn't have to. God doesn't have to keep proving Himself after that. He showed you, but now you got to show Him that you actually care. Really, Diamond? Fuck, man. I don't want to smell your ass. Fuck. Go away, dog. I was wondering what the hell that was. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit was right. Fucking dog's got her ass right beneath my face. Go lay down in your bed and leave me alone. Stop fucking letting your gas pass around me. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Yeah. But see, those people think because they get ordained into something that, they're automatically, you know, a savior or they're important, And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of psychics that think they could do all that type of stuff too. When really they can't. Go lay down on your bed. Don't just stinky ass next to me. I give gratitude everything. Yeah. Well, that's a part of keeping your faith intact, Starlight. So I always tell everybody before I go to sleep at night, I have a Bible upstairs and a little altar up there. I have a picture of Jesus and Mary, and I have my Bible from my communion that's 40 years old. And I have my symbols up there and everything that reminds me of what I'm, a part of. I won't get into too much detail, but yeah, I pray over the Bible every day, every single day before I go to sleep. And if there's an extra something that I have to say, and I'll say it. Like, when for instance, when Sophie lost her dog, I prayed that she'll get it back. The other day when Teresa said her son was messed up, I said, please God help Teresa's son, you know, help her go through it. When sometimes when Dan has an issue or his wife, I'll pray for them. When Marley's daughter and her son this year got into some accidents and they messed up themselves, the first thing I did was say, okay, please take care of, Marley's children, you know, help them out. Like whatever goes on that day, I'll pray for the person. I'll add them in my prayers. And I don't have to, but I'll add them in my prayers. If my one of my nephews are sick or something, I'll extra pray for him. You know, whoever has an issue, and I feel like I should pray for him, I'll do it. That's all that matters to me. I'll pray. I'll pray for whoever, as long as they're cool with me. I'm good. Yeah, she got the dog back about 2 days ago. Yep, within two weeks came back. Well, her neighbor had it. Hey Tanya, I didn't even see you. How you feeling, Tanya? I pray for Tanya too. I pray for everybody who has issues in here that I care about. If somebody comes in there and says, "Hey, I had this happen or whatever," I'll pray. If I remember, I'll pray. That's all. And usually my prayers happen. You know. And Dan does it too. He lays hands on her soup. So yeah. See, we all got special powers. It doesn't hurt to pray every day. All you gotta do is pray every day, even if it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Every little bit counts. Some days I pray longer than others. Some days I have a lot to talk about. Some days I'll just give gratitude. I'll say, today I would like to say thank you to you, Jesus or God, God, Mary. I praise everybody. I praise my whole spirit team, my ancestors, my grandparents. I even, my friends in spirit, I even say, thanks, guys. If you are helping me, I'm not sure if you are, but if you are, thanks for helping me. If you're helping others, thank you for helping the people that you take care of. Sometimes I'll pray maybe once a week, and I'll just, instead of praying for myself and my family, I'll just like show gratitude to the whole spirit army and say, I want to thank you guys, man, for doing everything, for bringing my sister back on the plane safely, for allowing people to get, home safely in their vehicles. And, I say shit that people won't pray for on a regular basis. Because some people don't want to forget to pray for the most important things. Every day when you leave home, you might not ever come back. And some people don't even understand that whole saying. Sometimes you might leave home and then you got shit on, or, you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to come back home and do this. You might not come back home. So you should always pray that you're safe in your vehicle, most of all, or your bike, or your car, your truck, whatever, or the bus. Pray that you leave and come back home, and pray that you don't get robbed at home. Pray that you don't have something bad happen to your home. Pray for protection, most of all. But people don't pray for those things. They're sitting there. I'm praying for $1 million. Please let me win the lottery. Please just, make a money tree for me. Please give me money. I need it. People pray for the most fucking dumbest things in the world, not realizing that you're praying the wrong way. You got to pray when you don't have shit. Pray that You're not supposed to pray you need shit. You need to say, I'm so, even though I don't have this, I pray that I don't get worse or I don't get sick and it even gets worse than what I am now. You know what I'm saying? Don't pray for shit like that. You gotta pray that your life is gonna remain good and you're gonna be okay and protected and all those things. People be praying for $1 million like a bunch of idiots. People gotta leave all those things out of your prayer. You had a rough couple of days. My first summer trip that I'm taking. Got the camper ready to go. Oh, nice, Tanya. Good. I'm glad you're gonna drive it. You'll be fine on your trip. You'll be good. Yeah. The more gratitude praying you do, Lisa, don't pray for what you want. Pray for what you need. You know what I'm saying? Praying for what you want is easy. Praying for what you need is different. And when you start praying for the things you need, you're going to be like, you know what? That sounded kind of stupid. I don't really need that either. So then you start, when you realize you don't really, when you're praying for the things you want and need, and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I don't need that either. You know what I fucking need? I need a clean bill of health so I can actually do this. So you start to pray for the things that you really, really need, like your health, and protection and transportation and things like that. Some idiots outside beeping their horn. I'm gonna fucking beat their head up against the damn horn. Beep again and see what's gonna happen. Fuck you then beeping around this neighborhood at 10:30 at night. You want me to slap the shit out of you? Got these damn dogs barking outside. What the fuck's wrong with these people? You must be wanting want me to go outside and fucking make off. Let me see who the hell is this. Let me see if my camera picks up this moron in the road here. Somebody in my neighbor's yard. I'm surprised somebody is in his yard beeping. I hear the car still going too. Better stop beeping, bro. Better stop. Go out there and bang your head up against your steering wheel. Do that dumb shit around here. People ain't got no damn common courtesy. It's like 10:30 at night. The fuck you doing? Good, Lisa. That's a good thing. That's one thing I can't handle. I hate that shit. I don't like that's like beeping at somebody is like all you gotta do is one. Just like beep, I'm here. Because back then I can understand people beeping because you don't have a phone, right? So we didn't have a cell phone, so we would beep. We'd say, "Hey, I'm on my way. I'll beep and I'm there." But you don't have to go beep and keep doing it. I'll beat your ass if you do that shit. So, now we have cell phones. You don't have to beep now. So for that person to beep their horn, obviously they don't know how to use their phone. And don't tell me your phone died. You could charge it in your car now. Don't talk no shit. Text the person I'm outside, or call them, say, hey, I'm in your yard. I'll be beeping around here, especially 10:30 at night. Bitch ass. Yeah, probably they didn't pay their bill. Fucking idiots. Alicia, you want me to answer your questions now? You told me to wait, but now you're here. All right, cool. All right, let me see what you wrote here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Lisa, your first question, I got a yes. All right. Obviously, you have to apply for it. All right. But it says yes, you can get that if you want. Yeah. You said you got the message that you may qualify for one. And I'm getting yes, you do. And yes, it's possible you can get it. It says yes for that. That's all right. Unexpected things can happen for the best. All right, let's see. All right, let's check. Mm. Your second question, right? It's saying that for you to take it, it'll relieve you of your mental anxieties about having to deal with it in a different way, if you understand what I mean. Like by taking it, it might make you feel a certain way internally or mentally. You might feel like, shit, I really didn't want to do this, but you know what? If now that I have it, it's like, okay, well, I might as well use it. I might as well deal with it. I might as well take it. Whether or not it's the best thing, I would say it's a 50-50 thing depending on your mentality and how you feel about it, you know? But it's telling me that if you do it, that it will be a it'll be a meaningful experience, and it'll help you in your whole adventure in that situation. It'll be a gain, not a loss. So put it that way. And it's if you do take it, right, it will relieve you of you punishing yourself in another way to get anything. You see what I mean? So that's what I would say. That's the words that I will put it in. so I don't elaborate too much. But I know what you're. If you know what I mean, that's what I got. So I would say yes for both questions. But the second one, I would say don't feel like guilty taking it. Just know that it's a beneficial thing. It's not something that, you know, I know some people have too much pride taking things like that or dealing with something like that, but I would say it's in your best interest, yes. And it'll help you. So that's the good thing. But yeah, I won't elaborate too much because I know you don't want me to, but yeah. I would say yes. It looks good. And if you do get it, don't tell anybody so that way you don't feel like, you know, you see what I mean? That's what I would say. So, like I said, it's going to be beneficial to your adventure. So, whatever you want it for, it'll help you. Because I got the Ace of Wands, and that tells me that's the beginning of you dealing with your adventure. So, it'll benefit the things that you want it for. Understand? Pain in the ass too. You said, Marky, may I super chat for a reading? I just want to get something off my chest do something before I before I do something related to that after I hear it. Oh, that's up to you, Lucky. So if you want to do it, do it. I'm sure me and Spirit will help you. Or Spirit and I. I like how I got everybody trained to say that. That's good. I'm glad when people say that. Because it's not about me. Right, and that's why the cards say that don't think that if you don't do it, you'll be punishing yourself. So if you have like a pride vision or like you feel like you shouldn't take it because you'd rather do it a different way, just take the damn thing. If it's for you, then it's meant for you. You see what I mean? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So if you're not feeling that way, then fucking take it. Go for it. And that's the best way is to like see how you say you're able to get it. So if you are and you get it, that means that it's meant for you. So don't turn it down and take it and then evolve with it. Take that and that will happen for you. Sometimes we don't even know what things we can benefit off of until we actually find out. Because nobody, things that we benefit off of is not really put out into light for us. We got to find out from somebody. I find that out the hard way every day. Yeah, but don't be concerned. You know what you got to say? This person just beeped again. I'm going to go slap the shit out of him. It's coming. I'm trying not to go outside. But if they beep one more time, I'm going to go out there and say, yo, what the fuck's your problem? Beep again. I'm going to fucking break your damn horn. But yeah, try not to be concerned about the move because more you're concerned about it, the more it's going to become a concern. You got to say, hey, I know I'm going to be okay. See how you said earlier, you got to pray for gratitude and pray for the things you want instead of the things you want. So now you got to say, you're welcome, Lisa. All right, pain in the ass. Let me see what you said here. Can everybody see me and hear me? Is it good? Everything seems good on my side. The clock's running. My internet's full. I know. Hope everybody can see me and hear me. Just let me know if you can. There you go. That's weird. Because it's crystal clear on my end. That's so weird, man. That's fucking. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm going to show you what I see. Yeah. That's me right there. Everything's fine. Clear as can be. See what I'm saying? I'm good on my end. I know I am. So when I'm not good, I can see like some glitches every now and then. Lisa said hers is good. Dan said it's buffering. You see said it's foggy. See you guys in there, you know. Then Starlight said kind of not clear. Lucky says internet's choppy. Now he says blurry. I just showed you a picture of what I dealt with. See what I'm dealing with. That's why I don't understand why you guys are seeing that. Everything's fine. Lucky, that's not bad. That's your damn internet. You heard my voice perfectly clear. You be tripping, woman. You always tripping. You always tripping. If you can hear me, that's all that matters. See, now she says I'm good now. Yeah, I'm just checking my internet. I just turned it on and off. It's good. I know, right, Claudia? Can't wait. Oh, that's shitty, Lisa. Here in Bermuda, we're good. We don't really have too much bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, it's finally going to go forward. All right, so let me read what this paragraph you wrote me here. All right, so the guy I was with on my PA, so I blocked him in any. You asked me like 5 damn questions. Really? Well, the first paragraph, I already told you about that. So you're re-asking me things that I already answered. You told me you lashed out on him. I told you that, well, you told me he reached out to you, but you denied him, right? I swear, this is why your name is pain in the ass. This is exactly why you are a pain in the ass. Want me answer the question without cards? I can tell you a one sentence to answer all of those questions in one. All right, Lisa, take care. I'm going to answer that question very easily. All those questions all in one. Yes, I understand that. You want me to tell you something? No answer is an answer. So when you didn't answer him, that was his answer that you don't give a fuck about him. Right? If he told you he loved you, then that probably means he did until he got some coochie. If he did get it. Now, you can tell if somebody loves you. And if they do love you, they will show it with action. So that's a question you have to ask yourself. Did he show you love? If he really loved you, he'll be fighting for you right now. This is what I don't understand about you damn women and dealing with morons. Don't you guys know what love is? Hell yeah. Let me tell you something. If somebody loves you, like really, really loves you, they're going to come knocking on your door. Lucky, answer the fucking door. Please, baby, I love you. I'm sorry. Did he do that? Did he come knocking on your fucking door and say, baby, I love you? Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like upset you. Answer my questions. Answer me. Did he do that? If he didn't do that, then there ain't no love. This is what I try and explain to you damn people, but you don't want to listen. And if he felt remorse or if he felt bad, then he would have came knocking on your door. That's what real love is. Don't you watch fucking movies where the person's like, look, I gotta prove my love to this person. I'm gonna fucking call you every day. I'm gonna fucking apologize. I'm gonna go out of my way to find you and tell you I love you. Tell you this and that and blah blah blah. Even if he got fucked off and he's wrong. If he loved you, he would have been back in your life by now. That's true love. Bullshit love is what you got. And I know you probably don't want to hear this, but if anybody's going to tell you, it's me. Earth to Lucky. Even though you were mad at him and you didn't want to speak to him, if he loved you, right, he would be fighting for you, fighting for the connection, fighting to come towards you. And if he loved you, he wouldn't have done the dumb shit to get you in the argument in the first place. This is what real love is. People have love confused. Love isn't somebody telling you, it's somebody showing you. Last I checked. And you've been in this world long enough. You should know by now. You got me? That's the answers to your questions. And I'm sure everybody will agree on that. But the problem is people don't want to face that reality. They want to say, no, they love me. Yeah? Well, if they did, why they're not with you now? Because love is supposed to be that way. That's what true love is. Love is based on action, not words. Exactly, Starlight. Yeah, you said it as I said it. I say that every day, and no answer is an answer. So if they ain't trying to get to you, then that's your answer. Fuck you, I don't want you. Fuck you, I don't love you. Fuck you, I don't care about you. That's their way of saying I'm done. Because real love, and if that person's meant to be in your life, they'll be knocking on your door every day till you answer. Right or wrong? I rest my case. Court adjourned. Questions answered. Why you think I'm single? Yeah, I have my door like cracked open a little bit, right? Because so and so was letting off toxic gas, so that way, and I have my door cracked enough so you hear the actual crickets in here, and you hear the crickets too with me and Lucky. Well, I pulled cards on this and asked if he's going to reconcile with you, come back to you. It's telling me in the next 2 months, it's not going to happen. It's telling me that he's around his family. He knows he caused you problems. He knows he was selfish. He knows that he did you wrong. He knows all that things, but whether or not he's going to admit it or even say anything, he's not going to say anything. It looks like, he doesn't give a shit. Anything he cares about is himself, his home, his family. That's what I got here. You don't even show up in the cards. I asked how he feels about you. You know what I got? You know tarot, don't you? Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, Four of Cups. He feels like what he had. He feels like he disappointed you, made you sad, made you depressed, and he feels unhappy about what he did. He's disappointed in himself. He's disappointed in what he did. Now he feels stuck, and he might even be drinking. If he drinks, he might be drinking. If he ain't drinking, then he just feels sad and feels like he's stuck right now and feels like he should just work and just keep his life the way it is. So I don't get no reconciliation. I don't get no I love you and coming back. I don't get none of that stuff. And I didn't even have to pull the cards. I already knew. But I pulled the cards just so you could see me pull cards and get the same answer. I'm a psychic. I'm a doctor. I'm a love counselor, a love therapist, a FBI agent, a female body inspector, that type of FBI. You know, I can be a therapist at times, and I'm a love specialist. I know when you hate me, and I know when you love me, and I know when you lust over me too. Yeah, yet I saw it, Dan, but I didn't actually get to watch it yet. That might be my morning watch. I got the notification. And you said here you're conflicted. You just want to know what's in his head. I basically just told you what's in his head. It's air. He doesn't have no love like that. And I'm going to tell you something else, right? And I'm not saying these things to make you upset or to make you feel any worse than it already is. But you know what I want to tell you is this. You got to look at you and him splitting up and this not working. It is his loss, not yours. You know what I mean by that? It's his loss losing you. It's not your loss losing him. That's how you got to visualize it and understand it and believe that that's the case. And it's even beyond that. It's even beyond that. And the thing is like I told you, if things are meant to be between two people and there is a love, and another thing is you can't really love somebody if you don't see them every single day and you're actually living with the person. I don't know where people get this notion of love by not actually being with somebody all the time. From what you told me, now I'm assuming now, from what you told me, you would just see him, you know, when you saw him? But did you live together? Were you with each other for weekends and shit like that? And that's why you're conflicting, and that's why you're saying to yourself, "What the fuck happened here?" Love can't be based on part-time shit. Love has to be based on full-time shit. And that's why people, right, don't even know what the fuck love is. Because love is supposed to be put time, you're supposed to be putting in the time to be loved. Love happens over a period of time. You can't just love somebody in 6 months. If you do, something fucking wrong with you. If I was dating a woman, I ain't gonna love her in no 6 months. I don't even know 6 months ain't enough time for me to love you. I'm gonna like you and start to probably have feelings for you and love you in some type of way. I love you as my friend, maybe, but as a love partner, woman, you better put in some work. You better get me to trust you. You better show me that I'm gonna show you every day you could trust me because I don't lie. I don't have a lying bone in my body. But she better be proving that shit to me. And if she shows me, if I can trust her, I can love her. And that's the only way I'm gonna love anybody is if I trust you. Trust is the most important thing before love. And if you felt he was being deceitful and lying, so why would you even allow that to happen? I've been preaching this all my life. When you get the red flag, you're supposed to wave it and leave it there and get rid of that person. Don't try and change the person or wait for that person to change. They've already deceived you and lied to you. So what the fuck you gonna think you're gonna do with that person? And why you want them to reconcile with you and come back into your life or even apologize so they can lie to you and deceive you again? I've been trying to teach you guys to get rid of people like that out of your life. If you allow those people back in your life, then you're stupid enough to do it, and then you're gonna set up yourself for another disappointment. And if you don't believe that, then go right ahead. Go back to a lying, deceitful asshole that's gonna lie and fucking deceive you again. I keep telling you guys, stop doing that shit. You ain't gonna change nobody. Any person you can change is yourself and change from dealing with them. That's it. And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for dealing with them. You don't forgive them, you forgive yourself. You're supposed to look yourself in the mirror and say, I forgive myself. Marky, you're right. I forgive myself for allowing this moron in my life. And the feelings and whatever feelings and love or whatever you think you have for that person, let that shit. Oh, when you take a shower and you watch the soap and the water go down the drain, imagine him going down the drain like that too. So you can break away from that fucking whole thing. You cut the cord like that. Even if he got the lashings, the reason you had to lash out is because you didn't take the first signals of deceit. You believed the lies. So you gave him your energy for nothing. And that's where the forgiveness for yourself comes in. What he deserves is not you. He don't deserve you. That's what he deserves. He doesn't deserve you. Correct? You got to put yourself at a high value. If you have nothing on your conscience that you've done to him, then that's already your answer. If you're living a conscious free life against somebody and they done something to you, you ain't got nothing to worry about. They're the ones who are gonna losing you is the karma that he's getting because he ain't gonna find nobody like you. That's how you gotta look at it. See, even Diamond agrees. She put her hands up. Right, baby? I know you ain't lying and deceiving me, Diamond. Even though you're a pain in my ass, I know you ain't deceiving and lying to me, baby. It's okay. Marky loves you. See how your cats adore you? Those are the only things you're supposed to love. is your pets. Fuck these people. See, if you really felt that he just played from the start, then why you give into that? You have yourself to blame. But I don't want you to be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You made a mistake. You're a human being. You tried to give that person a chance. That person had you as a chance to change, as a chance to be a better person, to have a better situation and a better woman in their lives. They fucked up, and now you fucked up by giving them a chance and not taking those red flags when you had the chance. And now that you lashed out and you told them why, did all that shit, you should just automatically let it go and never ever have him come back. What you think if he comes back and says, "Sorry, Lucky, I'm sorry for everything I did"? Would you take me back? If you take him back, you're dumb as hell. Because you're just asking for it to repeat itself. That's the devil saying, I wonder if this dumbass is gonna take him back. Here you go. Because you ain't praying. Because if you was praying, then this person won't come. You won't be taking this person back. I try to teach you damn people all the time that in order to have a sane frame of mind and a good life and a good health is to get rid of all the negative people in your life and don't give second chances. These people don't deserve that shit. And when you get that red flag, you run with that shit and you cut that person off. If everybody listened to me, it would be all right. Nobody wants to listen to me. Then everybody wonders why I'm single. I ain't worried about these damn women. They aggravate the shit out of me. They be lying, deceiving. All they want is D and a refund, and that's it. They want money. I ain't no time for that shit. And then when you say you're genuine and you want all these great things, you gotta prove it. And then when I ask you to prove it or you show it, you don't do it. It's the same thing with men. Men do the same thing to women. Women do the same thing to men. And I'm never gonna give an ounce or my energy to any woman that shows me bullshit from the very. Why nothing of this. That's it. I'm out. Then they're gonna turn the script and say, "Oh, Mark's cold. He doesn't talk to me. I don't talk to you because you bullshitting me. You think I like liars and shit? Hell no. I ain't worried about that." The reason you felt that way, Lucky, is because you were willing. Your heart tells you one thing and your mind tells you another. You gotta separate. Even though you separated the two, your mind was telling you lies and deceit, and your heart was saying, "Well, let me give him a chance. Maybe this is not what I think it is." But really, it's your mind playing tricks on your heart. And let me tell you something. Everybody in this room has been through some type of lying and deceitful person in their life. It's a part of life. Everybody gets disrespected. Everybody gets eventually gets not everybody, but people get cheated on. People get lied to, deceived. Is a part of life, but sometimes it's a lesson we have to learn so the next person doesn't do it. I talk about this subject almost every week about people and relationships and understanding that what love is, what time is, what how things are supposed to be, And I stress to a lot of people that over a period of time, you can love someone, but you should not love someone until you trust someone. If you trust someone, then you can love them. And even when you trust them, they can break that trust, which will break the love. So love is not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed but death. And when you die, you can leave that your wife, ex-wife, or your ex. I mean, well, you're not ex, or your widow wife or your widow husband, right? Can go with someone else and love someone else. So your love didn't last. It goes on. Love ain't guaranteed. You can love somebody today and hate them tomorrow. That's why love is overrated to a certain point. But it's trust first, love after. And then if you're in a love relationship, you better live with that person so you can actually see if you can love them and trust them. Because living with somebody every day for a couple months, you get to really see who you're with. But you shouldn't feel bitter. You shouldn't. You made a mistake. You're a human being. You're not perfect. You're never going to be perfect. None of us will. Anything you should feel now is love for yourself because you got out of a toxic situation. Spirit saved you from further damage, from further feeling like you're loving somebody that doesn't love you. That's how you got to look at it. That's why I'm saying the things I'm saying. I could be fucked up and say, you dumbass, you're dumb as shit, and blah, blah, blah. You don't know nothing about love and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that to you, obviously. You know, I'm trying to tell you, like, don't feel any type of way. What you should do is feel love for yourself. Fuck that guy. Don't worry about him. Let him move on and do what he's got to do. Fuck that. And if you feel like you loved him, you loved the wrong person. That person didn't deserve those couple months of love, fame from you. And it can't be a one-way street. It has to be a two-way street. So both of you get the best out of both, out of each other. It's nothing to be worried or concerned about. Now you get to move on and love yourself. It's that simple. All right, Lisa. I don't really want to hear those type of negative type of readings and shit. You know, Tower is not really what people think it is. Tower is like complete and sudden changes, but it could be for a good reason, not a bad reason. If the tower is upright or reversed, it still is not like a tragic thing. If it was the 10 of swords, I'd be worried. But the tower is nothing like really, really bad as what people think it is. But if you want to believe it, then go ahead. But see, if you don't believe those negative things, then it won't happen. You know. Yeah, I understand. I appreciate it. To each their own. Hey, psychics can predict a lot of things, but I refuse to listen to like negative shit. I don't want to hear it. That's why I don't do like readings like that. But she could be reading if she's reading personal people, right? If she's reading personal people's readings, then they have personal problems. If it was a general reading like how I did before COVID and everybody was getting every sign got bad shit, then that's different. Yeah, the Tower card is not a bad card. People think it is, but it's not. The Tower is like everything, you know, changing for the better. Like you have to rebuild, or your sudden changes. It's like shit going wrong in order to get right. But it's not like the end of the world. I'll be more concerned if the 10 of swords came up, because that's like one of the worst cards for me. That's like disappointment and shit and all bad shit happen. That's 10 swords in your fucking back. So all the swords, like 9, 8, 10, 7, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 of swords is all bad. So if you get those, that's when you know bad shit's gonna happen. And the 5 of pentacles, the 5 of wands, the 5 of swords is also bad. You know, 5 of wands is also conflict, bad shit, violent tempers, things like that. 5 of wands is probably the most popular card this year because all you see online is people fucking fighting each other and killing each other. 5 of wands is that type of energy, violence, and all bad things. But everybody has their own meanings. So the tower card to her might be bad. No, you're not interrupting. You're fine. I can multitask. It's all good. Yeah, I believe that, Barbie. I say that all the time. Yeah, I remember that. But you know what? Starlight? That video you sent me of the 8 of swords, right? That's like the 8 of swords reversed. That's like coming out of it, even though it wasn't upside down because it wouldn't work that way. But that's what happens when the 8 of swords is reversed. That woman gets away from those swords, takes the blindfold off, and does her thing. You know, that's how I looked at that image. See, Lucky, you're not listening to anything I just said. You are not listening to anything I just said. See what you just said? He is not spying on me, is he? Because he can. Who fucking cares if he's spying on you? He don't love you. Let him spy on you. Let him do whatever he wants. Who cares? Why are you worried about what he's doing? See, this is what your problem is. You're worrying about what he's saying, doing, or feeling. Fuck him. You got to understand those words. Fuck that guy. Let it go. Who cares what he's doing? And you shouldn't be worried about him because he ain't worried about you. Are you listening to any words coming out of my mouth? This is why you're a pain in the ass. But what do you mean? So what if you know he's spying? What is that gonna do? If I tell you yes, he's spying on you, how is that gonna make anything better or worse? People spy on me all the time. I don't give a shit. Who cares? But you're saying that, but you're not listening to me. This whole past 20 fucking minutes, I've been telling you what to do. And now you're worrying about it. The man's gonna spy on you. Who fucking cares? There's a lot of people who spy on you. TF's probably spying on you right now. She probably said, let me see what this biatch is doing. She probably trying to find me too. Who cares? I don't give a shit who's spying on me. Fuck them. Let them spy. It's cool. They ain't gonna find nothing they want. So what? You think he's got a camera in your room watching you change? And even if he does, he might like what he sees. If he does, he'll come back. Please, Jesus, help me today. What am I gonna do with you people? What am I gonna do with you, especially pain in the ass? Even if he can do in depth, right? See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like you're giving him too much credit. You actually think he's home all day worrying about you? You give yourself too much credit when people give each other too much credit, think that that person's home worrying about you all day. If they was worried about you, they'd be with you right now. Don't you get it? Thank you, Starlight, for confirming that. See, look what Starlight said. Lucky he is not giving a thought or worrying about you, so F him. See? Why would he spy on you for what? He don't love you or care about you, so why would he spy on you? And even if he is, what is he gonna do? Hack your card? Come on now. You're giving this guy way too much like credit. Tanya, you're listening and packing? Cool. Oh, nice. Make sure you charge your battery so you can take pictures and make sure you take your charger and everything too. So we can make sure you're okay. We check in with you, Tanya. Too bad I don't live next to you. I'll come with you. 'Cause I need a break from all these pain in the asses. Because they don't listen to me. They just hear me. You're welcome, Lucky. See? See what you just wrote? On the lighter side of things, I have an interview in an hour, initial interview for another company. So you actually listen. You actually do listen to me. I thought you just heard me. But you actually listen to me. That's good. See what happens when you listen to me? Try and tell people, listen to what I say. Oh, Jesus, please, please let that interview be good. Please let this woman get a damn job. And please let her work 10 hours a fucking day so she leave me alone and keep her mind focused on work. Please, while she's working, let a man be interested in her. And please let that man be with her for the rest of his life and her life. And please let them get married and then she'll just never come in here and bother me again. And I'll wish her the best and I'll come to her wedding and eat the cake. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. There you go. I just manifested your future so you won't be a pain in my ass. Well, Starlight, all I can say is we all make mistakes. We all give chances. And sometimes those chances are bad chances and bad decisions. And, you know, I keep telling everybody those things are never going to change. One of the best moments in my life and days in my life was when my sister came to me and said, Mark, I told him I want a divorce and I don't want him anymore. And I said, that was the best decision you ever made in your life. And her whole life changed. I mean, changed. When you get rid of the toxic person in your life, you'd be surprised how your whole life changes. And it could be a friend, it could be a family member, and it could be a spouse, it can be whatever. It could be a damn pet. As soon as you get anything toxic out of your life, it changes your life, it changes the cycle. That's why I always keep negative people out of my life. I don't give people chances. Fuck that. Hell no. And if I do give you the slightest chance, it's because I was your lesson. And when you come back and you fuck up again, then the chance is gone for good. Stupid me for giving it to you. But sometimes when I give people a chance and they don't fuck up anymore, then I say, okay, well, that was meant for me to give them a chance because they're changed now. They don't really do anything to me anymore. And that's it. Exactly, Starlight. I say that every day. Sometimes what you want don't happen. Sometimes something else happens. And that's what you got to do. And by you thinking about that guy, it doesn't make it any better. Don't ask about him no more. Who cares what he thinks and what he says and if he's spying on you? Fuck that guy. Delete him out of your life. Complete. Delete him out of your mind. Sometimes people want to know about somebody and what their real true intentions was. There's people ain't never gonna tell you that shit. You know what's gonna tell you? Right here. Your heart. If your heart tells you it's not right, it ain't right. Listen to Marky. I'm Brother Love. You remember Brother Love? Brother Love's been on strike for a long time. Brother Love is my other half. He's my second, it's the second Marky. Back in the day, I used to do Brother Love shows where I used to go on Instagram every Saturday night. And I used to do like sex readings and things like that and relationship readings for people. No, 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 that's not my DJ name. Hell no. If you listen, right, then I'll tell you why they call me Brother Love. Because I was like a brother to most people on here. And then I start, and then there was in wrestling, there was a guy called Brother Love, and he used to have the Love Show. And I named myself after him. And I used to call myself Brother Love, and I used to dress up in red. And I used to come on Instagram and do sex readings and check people's love life and talk about love all night. It used to be just a love thing. That's it. And every Saturday we used to have a ball. And everybody used to be like, yeah, Brother Love, yay. You know, I used to dress up and everything and talk shit and do a certain voice just to like make everybody feel like, it's okay to have a shitty love life and then get over it and we can all talk about it. It was like a love therapy session. I used to do that for like 2 years in a row. Anybody who remembers that, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, it was hoe reads. There was a lot of hoes back then. Shit. I ain't got too many hoes anymore. They're all doing their thing. I love my hoes. I give them a shout out. A shout out to all my hoes. Yeah, see? Tanya just plays one on TV. It's her acting job. With Her Adventures. Find out this you're gonna find out the With Her Adventures this weekend. With Her Adventures Part 1. Driving the camper, going on trips. Yeah, there you go. Gypsying around. Gypsy cab. I remember back when I was in Atlanta, they were like, hey, look, fuck those taxis. Let's get a gypsy cab. I'm like, what the hell is that? He goes, yeah, it's when like somebody who comes by in a car and will like take you to everywhere you gotta go without paying fees. And they'll do it for like $10. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, as long as they don't take me for a drive down some dark alley and beat the shit out of me and rob me, then we're good. No, 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 we're good. I know some people. I said, all right. Thank God that never happened. But I know people who did that shit and got robbed. Dumbasses. Gypsy cab robbery. Yes, good luck with your interview today. You'll be fine. And if you wear anything blue to your interview, it's even better because blue is the color of communication. When somebody tells me they're going for an interview, I tell them wear blue. Wear a blue shirt, blue underwear, blue bra, blue jeans, blue shoes, blue socks. Anything blue will help with the communication through the interview. Don't tell nobody I tell you that. Hello, darling. That's all right. It's good to have options. Maria said, "What happened tonight? I was talking to Walter and suddenly he took me out of chat. What the fuck happened? What do you mean? What do you mean he took you out of chat? What are you talking about?" Jupiter Day. Well, it's already Friday there, I see. All right, Lucky. Maria, I don't understand. What chat you talking about? Like on your WhatsApp? He probably got fed up of your ass. See, you probably not listening to me either. I don't know, Barb. I don't know what chat she's talking about. Maybe you do. Maria be worrying too much. That's what Maria's problem is. Maria is a pain in the ass and she worries too much. Oh, good Lord. I knew it was coming. Please, Jesus, save me. Why? Why do I have to deal with this woman? First it was you, then it was Lucky, now it's you again. Between both of you, driving nuts. You drive a private. You women are you both of you are lucky that I don't like have a conniption and like go crazy over you two. You two are like the twin pain in the asses. You know that? You guys breed worry, both of you. Two pain in the asses. And none of you listen to any words that come out of my mouth. Because if you did, you wouldn't be worrying. Oh, and it doesn't matter if I pray or not, it don't work. Not for you two. Jesus said, "Look, Mark, I can't save them." Jesus said, "Look, Mark, I can't save them. I'm sorry. You're going to have to deal with it." But you still ain't answering my question. What chat are you talking about? You said he took you out of the chat. That don't make no sense. So what chat are you talking about? How the fuck can he take you out of a chat? How do you even know that you got taken out of a chat? What are you talking about? Meanwhile, Diamond's like snoring, saying, I got the best life in the world. Oh, Jesus, help me. The only chat I'm familiar with is WhatsApp. And if you're in a group chat and somebody takes you out of it, it's because you're like the moderator or something. He messaged. They haven't beeped ever since. They must have heard me through the window. Mark's gonna come out here and beat my ass up against my own horn. But somebody must have fucked them off. I know people around here don't like that shit. Snapchat. See, I don't know nothing about Snapchat because I don't need to look even sexier than I am. That's the only thing I knew about Snapchat. I couldn't even tell you about Snapchat. I ain't been on there for years. Last time I went on Snapchat was to they had like this woman filter, and I put myself on there and I was acting like a hoe. I sent it to Marley and she was fucking dying. You know, there's filters. I had the filter on, and I was like a woman, right? Because I won't dress like one, but I'll do like this type of shit on Snapchat. I did 2 different filters, and I was talking like a hoe. It was funny as shit. But that's the only thing I know about Snapchat. Hmm. It's weird. I'm not really getting an answer on this because I got like 3 different people, 3 different guys here, and everybody's like reversed, but you're upright, so it's nothing to do with you. But this is nothing to do with the baby mom. It's to do with like some other guy or whatever. Some other like I don't know. It's weird. No, because I'm hearing something as well. Let me confirm what I'm hearing. Hold on a second. Give me a sec. I need to ask it a different way. Because what I'm hearing is something different. No, that's not it either. Hmm. I'm getting that he didn't even like deliberately do that. It could have been a mistake, like him touching a button or something like that. Or I'm not getting he actually did it on purpose. I just keep getting that he's having an argument with another man or another person, but that's nothing to do with you though. I don't even get no baby mama shit here or nothing like that. So whatever your suspicions of is, like for instance, didn't you say something about he's going with a bunch of guys somewhere? No, 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 nothing like that. I'm not even getting a woman in the cards. I'm getting a bunch of, mixed nuts. Bunch of guys. Hey, shush. Stop. He's going, oh, right. Yes, right. Yeah. He's going with the sun and then going golfing. Stop. It looks like he's fine. I don't get nothing bad happening to him. What I do get is like he's mentally drained. He's dealing with family people, family stuff, and that's it. How am I gonna ask this question? Hold on a second. This fucking dog's driving me nuts. Hey, shush. Damn it. Can't even hear myself think. Fucking dog, man. Maria, calm down. I'm not getting that he is. I don't know. Aloe water over ice is delicious. She knows best. I haven't seen it today. This fucking dog is so annoying, man. She's been fine all this time. Now she starts acting crazy. Dog is so fucking annoying. There's some days, I tell you. Will you shut up? There's no reason for you to huff and puff. How is it you've been in here for 2 hours straight and now you want to huff and puff and act dopey? Huh? Don't come over here. Stop. Stop. Damn it, man. But that's the thing. If So what, you can't, is that the only form of communication you have? Is Snapchat or no? Shush. Okay, well, text him and say, hey, on Snapchat, it says that you took me out of the chat. Why? Just ask him. I'm thinking this is like your only form of communication. Oh, you did, and now the no answer. I know. Maybe his phone shut off. Maybe he didn't pay his bill. Let me ask. Let me ask if he has phone problems. It says he's not having phone problems now. I'm not getting a specific reason. I'm not getting a specific reason why he's not responding to you. It doesn't tell me anything bad. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the cards I'm getting, it doesn't say that he's mad at you or he did it on purpose or phone issues. It just says that like nothing of any of that type of shit. It just says that something unexpectedly happened. Like could have happened with whatever, but it's nothing like extremely bad where the world's coming to an end, you know? So yeah. It's nothing again because you don't even show up in the cards. There's nothing to do with you. It might be something to do with the phone, or it might be something to do with like, him he might have gone to sleep. Lord knows he might have went to sleep. He might have just, hit the wrong button or something, or maybe his phone's acting up or something like that. Obviously not. You worry too damn much, woman. You ain't getting nothing because look what you just said. He added me back and texted me. You came in here with all worry and negative intentions. I should charge you for aggravation pay. And then people wonder why. I call you a pain in the ass. If only I had a brain. If only I had a brain. What would I do? I would stop worrying. I would stop coming and bothering Mark. If only I had a brain, I would just wait for Walter to text me back. If I had a brain, I would realize it was the retrograde. If only I had a brain, I would be asleep right now, thinking of Walter. If only I had a brain. If only I had a brain. What can I say, Starlight? If I didn't have, if I was a bad person, which I'm not, things could be a lot worse. But then I'm gonna put all that energy on myself. That's why I don't get mad. I just start singing. If only I had a brain. Sometimes you just gotta be like, everybody's different. Everybody worries. Some people worry a lot. Listen, my mom and my dad, they're just like Maria. You know what happened yesterday? That's why I don't really, talk shit about Maria and her ways and her work, because she reminds me of my parents. So I went to cut my mom and dad's grass yesterday, like I said already, right? You know what happened? This shows you how much of a worry freak my mother is. So yesterday was so hot that I had to cut the grass because I had no other chance to do it. So I went there in the boiling hot sun and I cut the yeah, we're all unique in our own way. And I've learned this through my life that not everybody's gonna be the way they're supposed to be, right? Which is fine. I'm not perfect either. So I was cutting the grass, and then I would cut the grass for like 5 minutes, and I'll take a break because it was too hot. Then I'll go drink some water. I'll sit down, look at my phone, whatever, take a break. Do it bit by bit. I took my time doing the lawn. I didn't want to overdo it, overexert myself, kill myself or whatever. So I ended up getting a text message from my friend, and we started chatting for like maybe 10 minutes. So my mom comes outside and was like, Mark, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? Oh, I haven't heard the lawnmower for over 10 minutes. So I thought something happened to you. And I'm like, thanks, mom. Thanks for putting negative thoughts out there. You should just say, oh, well, maybe Mark's taking a longer break and he's on the phone talking to somebody, which I was doing. You automatically think that I probably fainted outside and I died, and you're going to come outside and put that negative energy in your mind. Then she goes back inside, got me a bottle of water and said, here, take the water. And I said, thanks, mom. I didn't say, what the fuck, woman? Yeah, what the fuck is your problem? You're such a negative biatch. I could be like, and I can do the same thing to Maria. I can fuck her off and delete her. And say, look, woman, you fucking irritate me, you dumbass. But see, I can't. I don't want to do that no more. I used to be like that. I used to have anger issues because I always thought that everybody was dumb and I was smart. I mean, I still think that, but in a nicer way. You know what I mean? And I have to realize that everybody's different. I worry too. Everybody worries, but not that type of worry. I can't do that. I don't want to see your damn pics. Leave me alone, woman. I know, Barb, but she shouldn't be because let me tell you. I'm going to tell you why. Right? I'm just going to give you my opinion. You guys are mothers. I'm not a father, and I'm not a mother. I don't know what that's like, right? And that's no excuse, right? But I'm just saying. I understand, right? I understand that, people worry, and she worried, she was worried probably because she didn't hear the lawnmower, so she probably thought something happened. But if you believe in God, right, then you're going to believe that nothing's wrong. And this is what I preach every day. If you believe that God has your back, then you shouldn't have to worry about things like that. You should never worry because God's already got everything covered. But see, but because you claim you believe, but you really don't. Because if you believed, you would never worry. You got me? So that's why I don't really worry too much. I just want to confirm things with God and say, look, please take care of, this, and this, or please can you make sure that this happens. I'll leave my worry to Him. You see? Yes, I understand that, Barb, and you're absolutely right. I 100% agree with you. And that's why she's the way she is, because she loves her kids. See? Especially me. She loves me the most. Well, Dan, men can have mother like tendencies. I'm more of a father to my nephews than anything else, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm their favorite uncle, and that's all that matters. And I'm somebody they look up to and respect. That's all that matters to me. I don't have to be a mother or a father, but I'm the greatest uncle that lives, for sure. I probably get the uncle of the year again. So yeah, Maria, that's gonna be your new song. Don't worry. I grew up doing checking out psychics and asking psychics. My first psychic reading I ever got, I was about maybe 15. I was in Atlanta, and I was at the World of Coca-Cola and Underground. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. But I was at this place called the Underground next to the World of Coca-Cola. I'll never forget it. I was about 15 years old. And my brother was there. And he was like, okay, we guys gonna walk around. We'll meet here. Be careful. I was like, all right, cool. So my brother's like 9 years old. So he says, look, you're 15 years old. You can handle it. Nobody's really in here. Let's just walk around. Just stay in here. We'll come back. We're gonna go check something out. I said, all right, cool. So I saw this lady, psychic lady with a crystal ball, and it said $10 for a reading. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit down with this psychic lady and get a reading. So at 15 years old, I sat down there, and she was looking into her crystal ball, and she was telling me shit. She was pretty accurate. She was telling me about like current things in my life at the time, blah blah blah. And then she said to me, she says, "Oh, um, do you feel like you can, talk to the other side?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, do you think you can talk to spirit?" I said, "I do. I talk to God every day. I pray every day. I'm an old boy." She goes, "No, I don't mean that. I mean like, mediumship stuff." And I'm like, "I'm not familiar with any of that." But she was the first person who told me that I had that type of gift. But I didn't understand it at the time. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this woman just told me. She was looking in that damn crystal ball talking about I'm psychic. I ain't no damn psychic. This woman's psycho. You know. But yeah, I remember getting a reading in Atlanta when I was 15. It was a crystal ball chick. She said a lot of things that I knew already, but she was saying other things that I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, it was pretty quick. It was only like 5, 10 minutes or whatever. But yeah, I remember that like yesterday. It was pretty fun. Then after that, I kind of got interested in it. And then like I knew of people who were psychics and stuff. And then when I reached like 21, 22, I went to a psychic in Portugal and he told me all this BS. And then he told me some things that were like half true. And then I was like, yeah, this guy's probably hating on me or whatever. And then shortly after that, I met the woman that I learned tarot from and started to trust, and I still my friend till today. She's a great psychic too. I wish she would spend more time on here because I would do collabs with her, but she's not really on YouTube like that. She's got like her own little area she's in, but I don't want to bother her like that. She's doing her thing. But I wouldn't mind doing a collab with her one day. But see, she's usually in her bed this time. She no night person. She's in her bed early. So I would have to do a daytime something with her. She comes in here from time to time. But yeah, anyway, that's enough stories for today. It's midnight here. I've been on here for 2 hours and 22 minutes, of course, when I looked up at the clock. It's okay, Maria. We're used to it. It's all right. We still love you. We talked about you earlier in the live, and I told everybody that, people get readings every day. I don't mind if you're respectful and if, you respect me and you respect yourself and you're not disrespecting me. Everything's okay. And everybody had good things to say about you. They said you're sweet and you're nice, and that's it. And you're adorable. That's what they said. See, nobody hates you, even though you're a worry freak and pain in the ass. All right, good night, Dan. Good night, Barbie. Good night, Starlight. Good night, Lucky. Good luck. Good night, Maria. Vessels. Good night, anybody else who's in here. Appreciate you. And once again, I'm going to start saying it at the end of every live. Shout out to all those I know you need love, dude. Okay? Vessels.